Okay, so I've been trying to do a mega guide to what the hell this thing is. This is not a phone. This is a fold, a hybrid between a computer and a future object that we have yet to name. It's a foldable, I guess we're gonna call it for now. But I wanted just to do a quick demonstration of like how crazy powerful it is. I am currently using Dex. I'm running Among Us on the actual device while casting Dex on the screen. So I'm running two instances of the same game. I could create a game and then I could go ahead and join the same game on the same phone and now I am playing Among Us by myself on the same freaking phone using Dex on one phone, two players. That's how powerful this thing is, just to give you a clue. And you hear the music that's playing in the background right now? You hear how that actually isn't like interrupted at all? All along, that's actually been streaming from a channel 0 that I'm going to show you how to do. Because this thing is always used as a media server. Like I always use this thing as a media server, like constantly. And you can do whatever you want with the phone and all the audio stays on board. It doesn't interrupt it. And you can just keep it going, playing, moving the music from one room to the next. But yeah, that's what this thing's capable of. It's capable of not only being more than one computer at a time, but also a phantom media server that you didn't even know was there, did you? So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna pause it and switch it to something. Here, I'll just do a little bit. I'll just play a little bit. Without a controller, it'd be a lot easier. I'm just kind of using a mouse. Blah 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 blah. And my guy goes like that. See? It's fully playable. Yeah. So, either way. So, yeah. That's Dex. And right now, this is actually connected entirely wirelessly. So, all the latency you're getting is just through the Wi-Fi. That's actually, it looks pretty much like connected. It looks pretty much like it's fully connected to me. I feel like I could play this perfectly fine. And it's perfectly two-player playable. If I didn't have to like, carry a camera around with me while I was doing it and narrate along. Anyway, back to reality. Yeah, I just want to show you what happens if I disconnect it. So, okay. Dex off. Right there. Yep. And back to normal. And so yeah, everything's back to normal. But anyway, now on to the beginning of pretty much what I'm going to try doing my best with actually doing I guess, Neomancer's return. I bet you most of you guys don't remember me. But yeah, I was the guy that did the Meganox guide and used to do all those crazy like ways to spoof the freaking Google Pixel before it was even like all the exclusive apps were available on other phones, and got everyone pretty much convinced that Knox was a good thing back in the days of like the S7. You look back at the top post of all time there. But anyway, I'm gonna be reissuing that, and I'm gonna be doing it a little bit more carefully, because, and also it needs to be updated anyway, because a lot has changed. But anyway, but yeah, so this is the Fold, and so now we're gonna get back into music, which is pretty cool. And so I could show you two things at once. I could put these things down, and I could show you that right now I'm actually using a Note 8, which is my old phone, as a media server. And what's cool about it is that, see how it says 48 kilohertz PCM? Actually, can you see that? Can you see that? I'm gonna have to go to Pro Mode and kinda, yeah, I think I have to go to Pro Mode. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now watch. If I switch it over to USB, it's 192 and 24-bit. And I always have this thing, I actually have two of these. I have one set up in my rec room, and I have one set up in my living room, just because they're so handy to have. This thing is capable of being anything, as far as like, it could play Blu-ray rips, it could play FLAC rips of an entire CD, and play all gaplessly, meaning that you could listen to your favorite album like with all the trailing. You know how normally they would actually trail the last track into the next track? You wouldn't have that anymore, because Samsung's Pro Audio has the ability to play way more powerfully than A Audio can. And so it's able to over-process to the point where it could do things that even like $5,000 network streamers that are often based off of AOSP can't do, because AOSP actually cannot really handle audio very well. So all the options that this thing has for audio are actually like leagues ahead of what you'd expect from a phone. Like, I could actually get this thing to play like literally music. I'll show you. Well, it is playing you music. But yeah, so this thing could actually be used to download. I could connect, watch. No, let me connect my watch back to it. I'm gonna pause. So yeah, I wrote a guide recently on all the little cool tricks that you could do with the watch, and among that is you could use it as a mouse. It doesn't require, it's not one of those like mice that require like a server app be added and it uses like your Wi-Fi or something like that. It's actually a legit Bluetooth mouse, so it's pretty sweet. So that means it actually works with anything. Even detects things that it shouldn't work on, like your AKG headphones, which doesn't make any sense. So yeah, see, I'm able to control. I also got a keyboard down here if I needed it. And you could set this thing to play throughout the rest of your house if you wanted to. So it becomes like a network streamer. But besides that, it's really cool just being able to just kind of like, you know, do that. And then do this. Yeah, I know, I have a weird scheme. Hey, how come it's not detecting my... Monroe's Law. For some reason, it's not detecting my cinema right now. You know what? California did just have there was literally just a power outage just a few moments ago, so the Roku in there may have actually not turned back on. I should probably go check on that. Okay, so I just got everything turned back on in the cinema room. So yeah, everything's all locked and loaded now, which is cool. So watch this. I could play music on. Here, let me connect the mouse, not wasting your time. Alright, so I'm back to here. Using my mouse to play either from my Roku, like that, or from the Note 8 directly, which then you could do like a direct side-by-side comparison. And what's also really cool is that you could do the same thing this way. So if I were to want to switch, and I don't have to do it from here either, because I could actually, here, I'll show you. What's cool about having like the use of this biome, like the way that Samsung handles everything so interconnected, it kind of just takes advantage of everything, and it does it in a way that's so polished that it just works really well. Because I couldn't actually, this sounds great, it actually works as well or even better than many $1,000 media servers that can't even play like 292 kilohertz and 24-bit at 0 latency. I could play with yeah, if you check out the Spotify app, you can actually play DSD files with it too. It supports that natively, and it plays that, you know, in the special DSD format, and it supports output as far as if you plug this in into a HDMI connector, you could actually play like a Blu-ray rip in Atmos, and it'll actually handshake and play it through Atmos through a receiver, and you'll actually get full Atmos and 4K. And plus, yeah, I probably should remind you that this thing is capable of, see this bundle right there? That's actually a USB hub, which is attached to a 2 terabyte hard drive. So this thing has 2 terabytes worth of music and movies on it. All legal, just the stuff I downloaded because it's more convenient that way, right? Because I also still love CDs. So I'm gonna do a quick skip real quick. So now I'm here. So this is my rec room. I'm still kind of just setting it up. If I were to switch over to Spotify on my watch, I could get to switch over to Denon. So yeah, that's all just having everything connected through, or if I wanted to, actually not even sure what the status of this is just because everything actually did just turn off during the recent power outage. But I got like a bunch of speakers here for like studio, because I want to be able to, like, you know, have as many different references as possible.
So I could actually switch to this as well, as soon as it logs in. But I don't know if it'll be worth your time for me to wait for that. But yeah, it's the same thing where that right there is serving the same exact function as the thing over there. It actually also pumps out 192 kilohertz USB 24-bit. It could be downscaled. You could play off of this thing. You could download WAV files and synthesize them and do anything you want to them with a whole range of filters and lots of really cool stuff. And it also supports DeX. So I'm wondering if the power outage is something really weird. But it should support DeX and it should connect to the hard drive. I don't know if it's connected to the hard drive right now. But yeah, it's connected to DeX right now. Holy crap, this thing isn't turning on. Let me try to fix this. Yeah, so here I actually just use like a normal mouse and keyboard just because it's easier. Why not, right? So give access, yes. And are the speakers working? The speakers are not working right now for some reason.